Welcome. I'm Christy Brown, and this is Yoga for Peace. Peace that starts from within. Thank you for joining me. We'll start in child's pose. Feel free to separate your knees all the way out close to the outer edges of your mat, particularly if you're on the less flexible side. If you're on the more flexible side, you might be more comfortable bringing your knees closer together. And you can simply rest here in child's pose with your forehead resting on your mat. Or if you like, walk the hands over towards the right for a few breaths. Look for lines of tightness that run diagonally through the body. Gently move into the tightness. And inhale, walk the hands back center. And exhale, walk the hands to the left. Gently draw your lower abdomen towards the back side of the body. Start to slowly and gradually build your breath. Breathe through the nose into the chest. Now inhale will come up to hands and knees. Exhale, round your spine to the sky. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, round all the way back to your heels this time. 3 more. Inhale, round as you come up. Then open up the chest. Exhale all the way back to your heels. Draw lower belly towards the back side of the body. Pause for just a moment. Then inhale, round to come up and then open up the chest. Exhale, round all the way back to your heels. Use your abdominal core strength to initiate each movement. Last time, inhale, use your abdominal strength. Open the chest. Exhale, use your abdominal strength all the way back to the heels. Inhale, round to come up, then open the chest, tuck the toes under, and a lion's breath to down dog. Exhale. And we'll pedal the feet. If you're not familiar with lion's breath, we open the mouth widely, reach the tip of the tongue towards the chin, and press all of the air out of the lungs. Now inhale, we'll walk the hands forward. Walk the feet rather forward towards the hands. And take a standing forward fold, just gently hanging. Position your feet hip width or closer together. Broaden the balls of the feet, separate the toes. Shift your weight slightly forward into the balls of the feet. Bend your knees here as much as you like. And we'll toe heel the feet together. And maybe if it works for you, interlace the hands behind the back. And now inhale. Bend your knees deeply for Utkatasana chair pose. Position your feet together. Shift your weight slightly more into your heels. Firm your outer glutes in towards the midline. Keep your hands as wide apart as you need in order to keep your shoulders soft and dropped. And breathe into the chest for 3. Firm your lower belly towards the back side of the body. Breathe for 2. Breathe for 1. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, bring palms together in front of the heart. Step up to the top of your mat and inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, bow or swan dive forward. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, step back to plank. hold your plank here. Bring your knees down to the floor if you need. Otherwise, keep the legs straight and strong. Reach your heels back, reach your shoulders back, away from the ears. Firm your lower belly and reach the center of the chest forward. Inhale at the top. Exhale, bring knees, chest, chin softly to the floor. Hug the elbows in. Inhale to Sphinx pose. Or if you'd like to do deeper opening work, you can straighten the arms potentially. Gently engage your legs, your thighs. Draw outer shins in towards the midline. Avoid over gripping your glutes to avoid compressing the sacrum. Firm lower abdomen towards backside of the body. Breathe into the chest. Use internal strength to curl the chest open gently and breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. Inhale, curl the chest open. Exhale, firm the lower belly. Slide hands under the shoulders. Hug the elbows in. Inhale to a low cobra. Exhale, slowly lower your forehead back down to the floor. Dynamic cobra. Inhale, curl the chest open. Exhale, slowly lower it back down. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. One more. Inhale back into your cobra for 5 breaths, or upward facing dog, where only the palms and tops of the feet touch the floor. Draw outer shins in towards the midline. Firm the lower belly towards backside of the body. Guide shoulder heads back. When you're ready, inhale, curl the chest open right between the shoulder blades. Exhale, draw navel towards the spine. Press the floor away with the heels of the palms to downward facing dog. Feel free to bend your knees here, or at least soften your knees, especially if the hamstrings are tight. We want the pelvis to tilt forward in downward facing dog. Very important to keep the lower back safe. Only bodies with quite loose hamstrings likely will want to straighten the legs, and in that case, firm the thighs. Don't feel like you have to get the knees all the way down to the floor. Breathe for 2. Breathe for 1. Now center your left foot. Inhale, raise your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step forward, align your right heel to the left arch. Inhale, windmill the arms out to the sides for Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana B. Turn your right palm up, bring the left palm down. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, back to Warrior 2. Use abdominal strength. 4 more. Inhale. Exhale, use abdominal strength. 3 more. Inhale, press the floor away with your right heel. Exhale. 2 more. Last one. Inhale into the chest. Exhale, windmill the hands to the floor. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, bring knees, chest, chin to the floor. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, draw navel towards the spine, downward facing dog, and breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. 3 to 5 slow counts for the in-breath, same for the out-breath. And breathe for 1. Center your right foot. Inhale, raise the left leg with square hips. Exhale, step forward, align your left heel to the right arch. Inhale, windmill the arms out to the side. Virabhadrasana B, Warrior 2. Press the floor away with your left heel. Turn left palm up, bring right palm down. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Engage that right thigh. 4 more. Inhale. Exhale, use abdominal strength. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, windmill the hands to the floor. Inhale, step to plank. Exhale, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin to the floor. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And breathe. Separate the fingers widely. Good idea to visually check your hands every once in a while. In downward facing dog, check that the creases of the wrists are parallel with the front edge of the mat. It's fine to turn your hands out, but avoid turning the hands in. That can pinch the shoulders. Center your left foot. Inhale again, raise your right leg with square hips. Reach through the toes. Exhale, use abdominal strength to step forward for a twist, a high lunge twist. You're welcome to bring your left knee down to the floor if you would like or if you need. You can keep your left hand to the floor and open the chest. Bring your right hand to your right hip, or you can hook the left elbow to the outer knee and bring the palms to prayer position. Hug the hips down and press the left thigh bone up towards the sky. Maintain gentle abdominal core strength and breathe into the chest. Breathe 3 to 5 slow counts for the in-breath and the same duration for the out-breath. Inhale, slowly unwind hands or fingertips to the floor. Exhale, gently lower your left knee down to the floor. A low lunge here, which you're welcome to hold as long as you like. Or inhale, shift your hips back for a runner stretch. Some of you will want blocks under your hands here. Half Hanumanasana, opening the hamstrings. Flex that right foot. And imagine you're trying to pull your mat back towards you with your right heel. Draw the right thigh bone back towards the right hip socket. If that right leg naturally straightens, then firm the right quadricep. Firm outer left glute in towards the midline, in towards the hip joint. Continuously firm your outer left glute in towards the hip. Firm lower belly towards back side of the body. Draw each inhalation into the chest and the lungs in all directions simultaneously. Lengthen the front of your spine. And try to soften, melt right behind the center of the chest. And with your own breath, inhale, shift the hips back forward. Exhale, step back to plank. Vashisthasana between sides. Left hand, bring left knee to the floor, or flex and stack both feet. You can also come down to your left elbow onto the forearm. Inhale, extend the right arm up to the sky and breathe. Flex the feet, firm the legs, firm your belly, guide shoulders away from ears and breathe into the chest for 2. Breathe for 1. Strengthening the upper body. Inhale with control, return to plank and breathe as you set up the second side. Micro bend that right elbow unless you're coming down to the forearm. Once you've established a firm, steady foundation, then inhale, extend the left arm up to the sky. Firm the legs, firm your lower abdominal core, breathe into the chest and relax the jaw. Breathe for 2. Hold a soft, still eye gaze. Breathe for 1. Inhale with control, return to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the floor. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, navel to spine, downward facing dog. And look for stillness in your downward facing dog. Stillness in the body, stillness in the mind. Breathe for 2. Breathe for 1. Center your right foot. Inhale, raise the left leg, reach through the toes. Exhale, use abdominal strength to step forward. Second side, high lunge twist. Hug the hips down, press the right thigh bone up, lengthen the front of your spine, firm your lower belly. Either keep your right hand, right fingertips to the floor or on a block, and optionally bring your left hand to the left hip or extend the arm to the sky, or a little bit more challenging, hook right elbow to the outer left knee and bring the palms to prayer position. Firm the right thigh. Gently draw lower belly towards back side of the body. Breathe into the chest. Lengthen the front of the spine. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. Breathe for 1. Inhale, slowly unwind fingertips to the floor. Exhale, gently lower that right knee down to the floor. Feel free to hold your low lunge if this is a good stretch for you. Otherwise, inhale, shift the hips back. Half Hanumanasana, runner stretch, second side. And breathe. Invite each inhalation to really elongate, and each exhalation to elongate. Invite each inhalation to expand into your side ribs. Invite each inhalation to expand into the back side of the lungs, back towards your shoulder blades. Invite each inhalation to expand up into the top of the chest and the center of the chest. And in all these directions simultaneously. Be sure that you're engaging your outer right glute always in this pose. Draw outer right glute in towards the hip to support the hip joint. And keep breathing. Soften shoulders away from the ears. Open up the chest right between the shoulder blades. Invite that space right behind the center of the chest to soften, to melt. Keep breathing. Relax your jaw. Firm the lower belly back. As we inhale, we'll shift our hips forward. Exhale, step to plank. Inhale at the top. Exhale, knees down. Slowly lower yourself all the way down to the floor. Bring your forehead to the floor. Reach the arms alongside the body. And inhale, we'll float up off of the floor for Shalabhasana. Optionally, interlace the hands behind the back. Maybe bring the outer shins a little bit closer together. And breathe into the chest for 3. Maintain lower abdominal core strength. Breathe for 2. Inhale, lift it up a little bit higher. And exhale, rest. Turn your head to one side if you like. Take a deep breath in. And let it all go as you exhale. Let your whole body relax as deeply as you possibly can for a moment. Relax your belly. Relax your jaw. Relax your arms and hands. Your legs and your feet. Now inhale, bring your forehead back to the floor, arms alongside the body, and either repeat what we just did a moment ago or Dhanurasana bow pose. Reach back for the tops of the feet. Lift your shoulder heads to the sky. And inhale, kick your feet into the hands. Draw the outer shins, outer thighs in towards the midline. Let your spine melt into the shape. Look past the tip of the nose. And keep the chin towards the throat slightly. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. Keep all 4 sides of the neck long. Inhale, lift. Exhale, rest. Turn the head the other direction if you like. Take a deep breath in and let it all go. Exhale. And take deep rest for a moment. Deeply relax your whole body. It's a gentle stretch for the neck as well. Now gently re-engage legs, firm lower belly. Place hands under the shoulders, hug the elbows in. Inhale, press up to hands and knees. Exhale, round the spine to the sky. And just hold it right here for several breaths. Or you can rest in child's pose. If you would like to open the back a bit more deeply, you can take rabbit pose. Bring feet and knees together. Tuck the chin. Bring the crown of the head to the floor. And reach back for the heels or wrap the arms around the back of the thighs. Most importantly here, lift your shoulders up away from the ears. And breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. Breathe for 1. Inhale, use abdominal strength to come to hands and knees. Exhale, press to downward facing dog. And breathe 3 to 5 slow counts for the in-breath, same duration for the out-breath. Press the floor away with the heels of the palms, lengthen through the shoulders. We'll come to sitting now. Inhale up onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, bend the knees, look between the hands. Inhale, walk or float forward and softly land or swing through with the legs crossed as we inhale. And Navasana boat pose. Place hands under the knees, shoulders back, lift the heart from behind. Inhale, lift your shins parallel to the floor. You can continue to hold your knees if you like, but use your arms as little as you need and use your abdominal strength as much as you can. You can optionally extend strong arms. Breathe into the chest for 3. Lift the lower back, relax the neck, the jaw. Breathe for 2. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cross the ankles, low lasana. Place palms or fists right in front of where the buttocks meet the floor. Press shoulder blades down away from the ears. Curl up into a ball. Draw your thighs towards your chest, toes towards hips. Inhale, roll forward, lift your hips, lift your knees. Exhale, slowly lower it down, other foot in front. Draw thighs towards the chest, curl up into a ball, toes towards the hips. Press shoulder blades firmly down the back. Inhale, roll forward, lift your hips, lift the knees, pause a moment. Exhale, slowly lower it down. Place your feet hip width now. Lift your lower back with your hands under the knees and extend strong arms. And slowly, slowly, slowly we'll lower ourselves down 1 vertebra at a time and place your arms alongside the body for bridge pose. Press shoulder blades gently down. Position heels out, toes in just slightly. And tilt your pelvis so the tailbone lengthens towards the back of the knees. Inhale, press the hips, chest up. Firm your lower belly. Interlace hands if they reach, or you can use a strap. Walk your shoulders closer together by gently rocking first over to one side and then the other. Press the floor away with your heels. Press inner thighs against an imaginary block. Gently firm lower belly towards back side of the body and breathe into the chest for 3. Keep pressing the floor away with your heels. Breathe for 2. Breathe for 1. Inhale, lift the heels up off of the floor. Walk your shoulders out, release the hands, and slowly roll down 1 vertebra at a time. And let your feet rest against one another with your feet wide. Let your knees rest against one another with your feet wide. And rest the left hand on the heart, right hand on the belly, and just rest. Close your eyes if you like. And thread the needle. Bring your left knee to the outer right ankle and inhale, use abdominal strength to draw that left thigh towards the chest. Thread the right arm through the triangular space in the legs and interlace the hands either on the left under thigh for most bodies or possibly on the right shin. Circle the feet a couple times, both directions. Then keep your feet lightly flexed and breathe. Feel free to close your eyes. We're slowing it down now. Then we'll switch sides. Bring your outer left ankle to the right knee and use abdominal core strength to draw that thigh bone up towards the chest. Circle the feet a couple times, both directions. And keep your feet lightly flexed. And breathe and rest. Except for the strength of the arms here. Ideally, the elbows are bent and we're pulling with the strength of the arms, gently engaging the biceps, strengthening the biceps. Try to maintain gentle abdominal core strength. Relax your jaw. And inhale first. Exhale, place your feet to the floor, use your abdominal strength, and we'll take a supine twist. Extend your arms out to the side. Inhale, use abdominal strength to draw the knees towards the chest. And exhale, start to take your knees to the left. You can rest your legs on a bolster or a cushion if they don't naturally come all the way down to the floor. Or for deeper opening work, more flexible bodies, optionally right inner thigh can cross over the left and maybe also hook the ankles. Let's close our eyes now. Relax your belly. And just rest deeply in the shape. Relax your belly. Feel your belly rising and falling with each breath. Relax your jaw. Relax your tongue. Deeply relax your eyes. Soften your temples. Soften the space behind your forehead. When you're ready, take a last deep breath in and let it all go as you exhale. And firm your lower belly towards backside of the body. And inhale, use abdominal core strength to bring the knees up center. Inhale, use abdominal strength to bring knees into the chest. And exhale, start to take your legs to the right. Again, rest the legs on a cushion or on a bolster if they don't come all the way down to the floor. Or for more flexible bodies, optionally cross the left inner thigh over the right inner thigh, maybe also hooking the ankles. Again, close the eyes if that feels restful for you. Relax your belly. Deeply relax your whole body. Feel your belly rising and falling with each breath. And let your breath find its own natural pace and rhythm now. No need to control the breath like we were earlier in the more active part of our practice. Now just let your breath settle into its own natural pace and rhythm. But do invite the in-breath to elongate and the out-breath to elongate. Invite the duration of the in-breath and the out-breath to equalize. On each exhalation, invite your body to melt a little bit more deeply into the shape. When you're ready, take a deep breath in and let it all go as you exhale and firm lower belly towards back side of the body. Inhale, use abdominal strength to bring the knees center and keep breathing. At your own timing with your own breath, inhale, draw the knees in towards the chest and hug the knees into the chest. Rocking side to side if you like. Let the head roll side to side. Feel the massage along either side of the spine. And then take happy baby pose. Flex the feet. Hold the outer edges of the feet. With the knees just to the outside of the body, either side, and bend your elbows if possible, and use the strength of your arms to gently draw the thighs a little bit closer towards the floor. And breathe. And bring the soles of the feet together and hold there for several breaths, or more flexible bodies, potentially hug straight legs into the chest. And breathe. And take your time to transition into final Shavasana. Use your abdominal strength. Place your feet to the floor first, then extend one leg, extend the other. Extend your arms alongside the body with the palms up if that's comfortable for you. Or you might be more comfortable with some support under your knees, always a good option, and or a little support under the back of your neck and the back of the head. You might walk your shoulder blades just a little bit closer together. Reach your tailbone towards your heels. Lengthen the back of the neck. And close your eyes. Deeply relax your whole body. And take a deep breath through the nose into the center of the chest, heart center. Relax your feet and legs. Relax your palms and your fingers. Relax your arms. Feel and relax the internal space of your belly. And feel your belly rising and falling with each breath. Feel each inhalation expand into the chest and the lungs, and deep into the center of the chest, the heart center. Let the breath into that space if you can. The way that it does when we yawn. Feel and relax the internal space of your throat. Feel your breath flowing slowly up and down through your throat. Relax your jaw and your mouth. Relax your lips, even your teeth, and relax your tongue. Relax your eyelids and the eyeballs behind your eyelids. Relax the skin of your face. And the skin of your scalp. Relax your ears and inner ears. Soften your temples. And soften the space behind your forehead. Linger in the pause that follows each out breath until the urge to inhale arises on its own. Linger in the pause that follows each out breath until the urge to inhale arises on its own. Less doing, more allowing. Starting with the way we breathe, the breath that we all share. And as His Holiness the Dalai Lama says, breathe in compassion for yourself. Breathe out compassion for others. You feel ready, take a last deep breath. And first, gently engage lower belly towards backside of the body. Place the feet to the floor, 1 foot at a time, and roll over to your right side and curl up into fetal position and rest there for a moment. Inhale. Press up with the left hand and arm, and take your time to come to a comfortable seated position. You may want to sit up on a little bit of support. Let's sit tall in any comfortable position. Close your eyes. Relax your feet and legs. Lift through the spine and the center of the chest. Let your chin soften towards the chest slightly. Soften your neck and your shoulders, your arms and hands. Relax your eyes so deeply that the eyeballs roll back slightly. Soften the skin of the scalp. Let your jaw drop. Rest the tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth and feel your breath flowing through the nasal passages. And for the final moment of our practice, invite your mind to be perfectly still, like the surface of a glassy lake without a ripple. We'll bring palms together in front of the heart to seal in our practice, honor our practice for the benefit of the earth and the highest well-being of all beings for the next 7 generations and beyond. And we'll close as we generally do with the one word in Sanskrit, which means I honor or I bow to the divine within you, and I bow to the divine within myself. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. I'll look forward to seeing you next time.